What is the natural remedy that you trust and use the most in your daily life? Write it down in the comments because, throughout this video, I will reveal the secrets that doctors themselves use at home. Simple solutions, often forgotten, but already proven by science. And do not underestimate the power of what seems basic, because some of these practices work just as well as medications and can transform your health. Have you ever stopped to think about which natural secrets doctors really use to take care of their own health and the health of their families? I am not talking about expensive medicines, fad diets, or miracle treatments sold on the internet. I am talking about natural, simple solutions, some coming from popular wisdom, but now proven by scientific research. The kind of resource that you often already have at home, but do not realize how powerful it can be. Honey for nighttime cough, a sweet ally in pediatrics. Few foods carry as much history as honey. Used since ancient Egypt as a healing agent, it is also recognized as one of the best allies against cough. But does it really work? In 2007, a study published in the Archives of Pediatrics and Adolescent Medicine evaluated children with persistent nighttime cough. Half received common syrup sold in pharmacies, while the other half received just one spoonful of honey before bedtime. The result was surprising. Honey reduced both the frequency and severity of cough, significantly improving the children's sleep, and their parents as well. This shows that, when used in children over 2 years old, since infants under 2 are at serious risk of infant botulism, honey is not only safe, but as effective or even more effective than industrialized syrups. In other words, sometimes the best remedy is right in front of us, sweet and natural. White vinegar, the hidden antiseptic in the kitchen. In almost every pantry there is a bottle of white vinegar, usually used to season salads or clean surfaces. But few people know that this liquid also has antimicrobial power. In 2013, a review published in the Journal of the American Academy of Dermatology highlighted the use of acetic acid, the main component of vinegar, as an antimicrobial and antifungal agent. In practice, diluting vinegar in water, 1 part vinegar to 3 parts water, can be used to clean small superficial wounds, reducing the risk of contamination. Control foot odor, since it eliminates bacteria that thrive in sweat. Help fight dandruff, when applied diluted to the scalp. It is impressive how something so common can be such a powerful ally for health, as confirmed by dermatologists. The unexpected trick against nausea. Anyone who has suffered from intense nausea, whether during pregnancy, after surgery, or even while traveling, knows how desperate it is to find immediate relief. The solution may lie in something simple: inhaling isopropyl alcohol. In 2018, the Annals of Emergency Medicine published an unusual study. Patients treated in emergency departments who inhaled the smell of alcohol on a tissue reported quick and significant reductions in nausea, often more effective than intravenous medications. The mechanism is called olfactory distraction. The strong stimulus of alcohol tricks the brain, diverting its focus from the feeling of discomfort. The effect can last up to 30 minutes, precious time in emergencies. Simple, inexpensive, and scientifically proven. Ginger, the root that defies nausea. If there is one food that unites tradition and science, it is ginger. Used for centuries in Asia to treat digestive disorders, it has gained special attention from the medical community. A systematic review published in the Cochrane Database of Systematic Reviews, 2014, analyzed dozens of studies and concluded, ginger is effective in reducing nausea and vomiting, both in pregnant women and in patients undergoing chemotherapy. And more, unlike many antiemetic drugs, it does not cause side effects such as arrhythmias or constipation. It can be consumed as tea, in capsules, or grated into recipes, showing that simple solutions can be safe and powerful. Olive oil and the string method, ingenious solutions. Common situations can also benefit from natural and safe practices. One example is the use of warm olive oil to soften excess earwax. In 2010, the British Journal of General Practice highlighted that vegetable oils help in the removal of earwax, being a viable alternative before clinical procedures. Another trick comes from emergency medicine, the string method. When a ring gets stuck on a swollen finger, wrapping a string around the finger compresses it gently, allowing the ring to slide off without pain. This method was described in the American Journal of Emergency Medicine, 2013, as an effective alternative to avoid cutting jewelry in hospital situations. Small solutions that can prevent big problems. Saltwater gargle, tradition confirmed by science. Who has not heard the recommendation to gargle with salt water for a sore throat? Although it may sound like old-fashioned advice, the practice has scientific support. In 2005, a study published in the British Medical Journal, BMJ, evaluated volunteers who gargled daily with saline solution. The result, a reduction in the number of respiratory infections and faster improvement of sore throat symptoms. The mechanism is simple: salt helps create a hostile environment for bacteria, while warm water improves local circulation, speeding up recovery. Proof that home remedies, when studied, can be effective. Cranberry, natural prevention against urinary tract infections. Recurring urinary tract infections are a nightmare for many women. But science has shown that cranberry can help in prevention. A study published in the Journal of Urology, 2012, investigated women with a history of frequent infections. Those who consumed cranberry juice or capsules had a significant reduction in episodes. This happens because proanthocyanidins, compounds found in the fruit, prevent bacteria from adhering to the bladder wall. It is important to remember, cranberry does not replace antibiotics when the infection is already present, but it is an excellent natural resource to reduce recurrence. Vic VapoRub against nail fungus. Who would have thought that the famous Vic VapoRub, used to relieve flu symptoms, could also have an effect on nail fungus? A pilot study published in the Journal of the American Board of Family Medicine, 2011, followed patients with mild to moderate onychomycosis. After weeks of daily application, many showed visible improvement, with reduced fungal growth. Although it is not a definitive cure, it is an interesting complementary option, especially for mild cases or as support for medical treatment. PRP, regeneration from your own body. Imagine using your own blood as medicine. That is exactly what PRP, platelet-rich plasma, does. The procedure consists of drawing a small amount of blood, centrifuging it, and concentrating the platelets and growth factors, which are then applied to targeted areas. In aesthetics, PRP is used to stimulate collagen, smooth wrinkles, and improve acne scars. In sports medicine, it accelerates the recovery of tendons and injured muscles. And in trichology, it helps reactivate hair follicles, stimulating new hair growth. Reference: a review published in Dermatologic Surgery, 2019, analyzed several studies and concluded that PRP improves skin texture and promotes significant hair growth in patients with alopecia. Since it is derived from the patient's own body, the risk of rejection or allergy is almost zero, making PRP an example of how natural biology, when enhanced by science, can deliver impressive results. Clove oil, immediate relief for toothache. Toothache is one of the most incapacitating pains. It often appears in the middle of the night, when no dentist is available. At such times, clove oil can be a lifesaver. Its active component, eugenol, has anesthetic and anti-inflammatory action. Applying a drop on a cotton swab and placing it on the affected tooth can bring almost immediate relief. Reference: the Journal of Dentistry, 2006, published a review highlighting the effectiveness of eugenol as a local analgesic in dentistry, still used today in dental cements and temporary fillings. In other words, it is not just popular tradition but science recognizing the power of this spice used for centuries. Aromatherapy, scents that truly heal. Many see aromatherapy as too alternative, but science has been showing that essential oils can have real physiological effects. Peppermint, menthol activates specific receptors, creating a cooling sensation, relaxing blood vessels, and reducing headaches. Reference: European Journal of Neurology, 2010, showed that peppermint oil applied topically reduced migraine symptoms by up to 10%. Lavender, its compounds have anxiolytic effects, promoting relaxation and improving sleep quality. Reference: a review published in Evidence-Based Complementary and Alternative Medicine, 2013, concluded that lavender has consistent effects in reducing anxiety. Chamomile, in addition to its traditional use in teas, chamomile oils have also shown effectiveness in relieving muscle tension and promoting well-being. These findings prove that aromatherapy is not just pleasant scent, but a useful complementary tool in mental health and pain relief. Physical exercise, the free magic pill. If all the benefits of physical exercise could be bottled into a capsule, it would be the most prescribed medicine in the world. But it already exists and costs nothing: movement. In psychiatry, physical activity is recognized as a natural antidepressant. In 2018, a study published in JAMA Psychiatry showed that physically active people had up to a 26% lower risk of developing depression compared to sedentary individuals. In rheumatology, the old belief that absolute rest would preserve joints gave way to guided movement. In 2012, a review published in Arthritis Care and Research concluded that regular exercise reduces pain, fatigue, and inflammation in patients with rheumatoid arthritis, in addition to preventing deformities. And even in common problems like back pain, light walks improve blood flow, speed up recovery, and preserve flexibility. The human body was made to move. And when it moves, it heals. Sleep, the most powerful invisible remedy. Sleeping well may seem trivial, but it is one of the most powerful therapeutic tools we have. During deep sleep, the body activates a true biological repair program. Immunity. In 2017, a review in Sleep Medicine Reviews showed that sleep deprivation compromises immune response, increasing susceptibility to infections. Hormones. The Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism, 2010, revealed that adequate sleep regulates the release of growth hormone, essential for muscle recovery and healing. Pain. Sleep deprivation intensifies the perception of pain, while good sleep reduces it, something observed in patients with chronic pain. For athletes, a good night's sleep is equivalent to natural doping, boosting performance and muscle recovery. For surgical patients, it improves tissue repair. For anyone, it regulates mood, appetite, and energy. Ignoring sleep is wasting nature's most powerful free medicine. What do all these examples teach us? That real health does not depend on magic formulas or expensive solutions. It lies in the integration between nature and science. Doctors who could prescribe complex drugs often turn to simple solutions because they know, many times, the basics work best. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these natural remedies have you used, and did it work in your life? Write it down in the comments, because your experience can help others. If this content brought you value, don't forget to like the video, share it with someone who needs these tips, and subscribe to the channel. This helps a lot to spread reliable, science-based information amid so many myths circulating out there. And remember, true health is not achieved overnight. It is built in the details, in simple choices, in natural practices validated by science, and in the consistency of good habits. Science has already shown the way. Now it is up to you to take the next step. Support our channel. Find out how in the first pinned comment below.